I just think that, I come from a place, like we said, a year ago, I didn't want to do this. We coached with Tom Ferry, one of the best coaches in the world. And his thing is do video, do video, do video. Of all his clients, they all say they're going to do it. Ends up that 10 may be successful at it. But there's a lot of people trying. Keep trying, keep doing it. You got to find that niche, find yourself in what you're doing, and don't try and fake it.
All right, welcome to another episode of Real Estate vs. Tech. I'm your host, Norman Kinsey. We have our co-host, Mr. Dan Gandy. Welcome, Dan. How are you?
Doing great today. Thanks for having me on again. This is awesome.
Of course. We change up our co-hosts time and time, but today we're super excited because we have actually an awesome team with us today. We have Chris and Holly for Real Estate vs. Tech today. They're outside of Malibu, California. They're coming out with an amazing show called Flipping It. It's actually their specific personal residence, and they're putting it on YouTube. We can't wait to deep dive into what they're doing, talk about their story. Welcome to Real Estate vs. Tech, Holly and Chris.
Thank you.
Thank you, Norman, Dan. Pleasure to be on.
Of course. So are you currently in the home that you're remodeling?
No, that's another funny story, actually.
I don't see any construction behind you, so.
Yeah, no, we had to take out the floors. So when the floors come out, pretty much everybody goes out. So we, about a week before our youngest graduated high school, we had to move out when we kind of didn't know where to go. We didn't know what we were going to do. So very last minute. So we decided one of our clients or one of our listings said that we could move into our listing. So we are living in our listing.
Wow.
And it's been on the market for a year. It's more of a, high-end property. And I said, the minute we move in, it's going to go into escrow. And sure enough, 1 week after then the house is in escrow and with a high profile client, and we have to move again.
Yeah.
Wow.
Whole nother level of stress. Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I want to go a little off script there because your lives are very interesting, and that's interesting. What do they say? Like energy goes, energy flows. You're like, all right, we're going to this house. We're going to go in here. And next thing you know, the universe is like, no, you're not. Like we're.
Yeah. I always say we're going to move into every house we list from now on because it's still like that.
Yeah.
Wow. Hey, let's put it out there. So the show's all about you and your business. Want to get kind of from the beginning. So tell us a little bit about how you guys got connected and pretty much how you got to where you're at today. So a little bit of your backstories.
Oh gosh. Well, we met at our office and our previous office that we were at. And
okay.
Fell in love, and I was working full-time. Chris was working part-time. I moved over to the agency out of Beverly Hills. Our office is in Calabasas.
Nice.
And got really, really busy and said, hey, let's start working together. So Chris and I started working together. It's been about 3 years. And one of my biggest dreams was doing video.
Okay.
And
not mine.
Same here.
Welcome to Holly's world.
Exactly. He's like, oh,
welcome to Hollywood.
No. Exactly. So we about a year ago, well, we tried a few different videographers and things like that. And about a year ago, we found the person that works well with us, and we started doing videos. And then started getting to listing videos, which was super fun, and doing crazy stuff. Our daughter writes the scripts.
Wow.
Does a little bit of a
family biz. That's awesome.
Yeah, exactly. So she's what, 16 at the time, was writing the scripts, and then this house thing happened, so we decided to start doing that.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's awesome. What about you, Chris?
Started with just listing videos. We'd see a home, we'd create a story, and we'd write a film basically about the house. We'd do something different. I just want
to have fun. Yeah,
we're kind of anti-cliche,
Smart marketing.
Yeah. With the socials out there and the platforms that you could use for free, I mean, you just have to put some initiative, and that's where at Real Estate vs. Tech, there's like that traditional old school kind of way, door knocking, sending out mailers, to now being able to do what you guys are doing, which we wanted to showcase your story, because there's so many people out there that are just got like the FOMO of like getting in front of the camera or whatever. and the way that you embraced it, and Holly, you obviously inspired Chris, it sounds like. And
now he's a monster.
Now
he's
she calls it the condo now, and I keep telling her, like, I sell it more than she does now. I'm like, oh my God, you got to see our stuff. You got to go. It's pretty crazy.
I'm just wanting to keep going, do something more interesting.
I love that. I love that. So have you guys both been, I know you guys are part of the agency. Have you been a part of the agency the whole time, or kind of moved around as far as the broker side?
We've been together at the agency for about 3 years. Before that,
nice.
we were at Keller Williams. So yeah,
Nice.
Another story in itself. It's an incredible company to work for.
We love the agency. Yes.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And what initially got you guys in the real estate business, just in general? Like, what made you say, like, real estate's it? This is what we want to do for our career.
Well, I was 19. I got my license at 19. So,
wow.
I had an escrow officer who was my best friend's mom, and she's like, you should go into real estate. And I was at Cal Poly doing animal science, and I said,
that's where my wife went.
Really? Wow, what a small world.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Instead of giving shots to animals, I sell houses. I don't know.
I was in the finance industry for decades, and I just was sick of it. And I loved real estate since the 80s, got licensed about 15 years ago, and really just started really doing, focusing upon it over the last few years.
Wow. That is awesome. Met each other and now taking things to a whole new level. So let's get into more of your guys' business over the course of the past 3 years. Let's talk a little bit of sides, buy side, sell side. What does your business look like?
What was that? Sorry.
Working with your clients, like buy side, sell side, like say past 12 months, like volume wise?
Definitely on the selling side, definitely listings. We focus on listings, if that's what you mean. However, in this market, it's really hard to work with buyers, but we work with everybody. We don't ever, discriminate in any way. We want to help everybody. We love first-time buyers. But just in this past year, our sales price is like tripled. So,
oh my God. Yeah.
So yeah, that's been really, really exciting. It's such a tough market to get into. Here is, in Malibu, Calabasas area, it's not only competitive, but it's just to like break into places like Hidden Hills and things like that. It takes a lot. So it's not an overnight process, and we're still like grinding to get to that point. But we feel that one of the ways to do that is to just kind of be different.
Yeah.
Stand
definitely.
out.
Yeah, for sure. For all our viewers and listeners out there, I think that's so important. And what you guys have done has just been absolutely amazing. And the perception, right? They say perception's at the forefront of your success, and the perception's there. It looks like you guys have already been doing this for way over 3 years from what I saw, which is awesome. And it kind of ties into the next question, like what separates you all. And it sounds like the video. So do you go into a formal listing presentation or referral type network and say, hey, like, this is what we're going to do. We're going to storyboard your house. I want you to tell me everything. And we're going to go ahead and put together this production of video. Is that how it works?
Yeah.
Or
That's the way I see it. I mean, another guy comes in and comes to a listing appointment. They go, so what do you do? They say, oh, we print flyers. We do some nice photography. And they go, well, are you going to do a production? They go, we like this side. We're going to go with Holly.
Yeah, so, we have a fun story. So this house, particularly that we're sitting in right now, we did a infomercial video, which was so out of our league, out of everything.
So hold on. You're going to have to give up the spatula, right?
Yes.
Okay. I watched that video. Okay. I watched the video. And wait, there's more. The house comes with a spatula. Dan, you got to see it. It's hilarious. Sorry to cut you off, but
no, it's good. So that was so out of our element or whatever. So we did a buyer letter right after that video that we had in a particular higher end community, and we got a call, and we went in, we got the listing, and we said, hey, and so we were super nervous about this, but we said, hey, this is where we're really starting to kind of go into this crazy listing video idea. And we said, we want to do a video. First of all, we do interior drone too, which is kind of different.
That's cool.
So so they were excited about that. And then we said, obviously we're going to take regular photography, but we also want to do a video. And we had to have that conversation, hey, we're going to come in here with a storyboard and script, and we need 2 full days to be able to have your house, which they're total introverts. So it was really scary to ask them that. And, we're just coming out of COVID and everything. And we said, here's our other video that we just did. Watch it. And we kind of went like this and we cringed, and then we wait for the response on text, and they went, oh my God, we love this. Totally go ahead. We can't wait to see what you do. So we did the filming of the one where we go in and it changes us, and it's like
yeah.
So anyways, long story short, once it was done, I clicked the button and I sent it and just cringed. And they were just like, she called us immediately. It was like, oh my God, this is incredible. Thank you so much. So yeah, we were nervous to say, like, this is just the beginning of this. Like, we're saying, okay, hey, check this out. We want to do this for you. And they knew, they're like, okay, this is also for you. We get it. But we also know that it's going to do well for our house as well. So the house sold in 3 days, and we represented the buyer, and they loved the video too. So.
Yeah, we find buyers coming in with their realtors and saying, "Oh my God, we love your videos. Every time we show this home to anybody that we want to buy, we send your videos out to everybody." So everyone else's clients is marketing us. It's wonderful.
That's so you found it. You found exactly the Holy Grail. Like, storyboard. Let's do amazing videos. They'll speak for themselves. Then they could go viral. Then buy side, sell side. I mean, that's amazing. And on top of all of it, this reminds me of a story that we had a guest on, the singing realtor Matt. Matt is up in, he's with the agency. He's up in Canada. He follows you guys as well. And he's associated with the broke agent and all that type of stuff. I know it's a small world. He was on the show, and he was saying exactly what you're kind of saying, is like, they have the video to always go back to.
Yes.
You know, like, this was our house. This is the agents we worked with. This is, they can, it's a free gift. That's just phenomenal.
I think that. I wanted to touch on too is that one moment where you guys sent the video, or first you had to drop the idea of shooting the video, but then you had to, it's once you got all the production done, and then that moment where you sent the email with the attachment and you're like, watch this. It's those defining moments in life where if you didn't take that risk, right, you would have never opened up this completely new realm of how we market listings. And dude, I'm rooting for you guys. That's awesome.
Thank you. Yeah, it is a bit of a risk. Like Matt, we know Matt. He really steps beyond a line.
Oh my God!
About other agents, about
cursing.
I have a hard time. We have lines that we have yet to cross. One is we cussed in that video a lot, beeped out, stuff like that. We were really afraid because that was the first time we'd ever done that. Matt does it all the time. He doesn't give a crap, but it turned out really well, and it kind of gave us a lot of confidence.
Wow, that's awesome, man. Well, good for both of y'all. It's gonna be time to go over and let Dan take on the mix-up round, change up the camera angle. Last question is like just kind of like how you're using technology, which we've already talked about, to kind of like differentiate yourself, and and you've already embraced it. So I'm gonna let Dan take it away. Dan, go ahead and take it away with the mix-up rounds, and let's learn more about your tools and what you're using in your business that maybe agents can take from what you guys are already having success from.
Yeah, thank you, Norman. I'm excited for this one because luxury real estate is how I got started in this business. And now I'm in a market where it's not too luxury at all up here in Oregon. But just in general, guys, like, what would you say is your number one lead source right now in terms of where you're finding deals and where they're coming from?
That's a fantastic question. And sometimes it's really hard to gauge that, to be super honest with you. But the goal that we have, that I set before I even told Chris he's going to start doing video, is truly Instagram. That's where we really want to get a lot of our business from. We're at that point right now that we are seeing that come to fruition. But it's
a mix between the old school, keeping in touch with everybody, poking everybody, and our Instagram and YouTube is such a strong poke that it makes up for, maybe if you're not touching them 12 times a year, that one is worth 3 to 4, Yeah. It's a mix, we're getting that word out there, and people are so excited to talk to us now. We could just call and go, hey, see our show?
Yeah.
No. Oh, I love it. It's I always talk about that omni-channel marketing, and I think as you guys integrate video, now you can drop a retouch point to your database, like, hey, check out this new video we did, or some of the creative stuff we're doing. That's really cool. Now it sounds like you guys are integrating some direct mail. I heard buyer letters. I have 300 sitting right here about to go out for a double-ended listing I just did. So what are you, when you send those letters now, are you brainstorming, or not brainstorming? Are you hinting at the fact that we have a new and innovative way of how we market, and how, like, tell me how you make that direct mail effective?
Yeah, so actually we did 2 really fun postcards specifically for areas of homes that we've just sold in those neighborhoods. And we didn't post a picture of the house on the postcard. We didn't do anything. We literally just said, watch our YouTube channel. And
Yes.
yeah, specifically, this is kind of a hack that we haven't really shared with anybody, but we had the scan, what do you call this? QR code. Thank you. The QR code on there.
Boom,
so
right
all they had to do, that big postcard came in the mail. They just scanned it, and then it went straight to our video for their neighborhood, for the house that we just sold, and how we did it, and then like a verbiage on the back about how we did it. So
curiosity killed the cat.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
But,
Nosy neighbors.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we're hoping that kind of, that kind of marketing changes things. And then we are putting links like on our buyer letters, like this is how we, sell houses and that type of thing. But a lot of different things, and boosting.
We've always, me and Norman talk about this time and time again. Like, if you're going to spend a single penny on direct mail, use a QR code, use some sort of landing page with some trackability, look at those numbers, and drive traffic from other traditional marketing. And I even see it when cold calling. If you're prospecting people, don't say like, hey, I'll just keep in touch. Ask them for their email address, put them in an email newsletter. Like, you have to be able to be smart with your marketing these days.
Right. Make it valuable 100%. You don't want it just in the garbage.
Yeah,
totally. Just a couple more questions, right? You guys talked about leveraging social media and YouTube. And, what would be your ultimate goal here? Not just to increase the volume of your real estate business and the success there and being able to serve clients, but could you guys see yourself, doing an HGTV show, or where is the dream here?
A year ago,
pay attention to the guy that couldn't be in front of the video. I can't wait to hear the answer.
A year ago, I would have said absolutely not. And now I'm hashtagging HGTV. I'm doing everything we can to get it out there. We did speak with a casting agent recently, and so we are on the desk of a big producer. But we're probably just in the Rolodex, and they're probably if they need a new show, they'll flip through 10, 20, 30 before they find the one. So we'll just keep throwing it at them, and if something comes up, great. It's not that I care about being famous, but hey, it's marketing, right? I mean, if you can get 60,000 hits by just, saying hi, rather than knocking on 60,000 doors, why not? So I see it's just another marketing tool.
No, that's good to know. Cause I think as you focus and build that audience in the YouTube, right? Like, I think those casting directors and people who are going to be attracted to that, because you've proven your success on another native form. As well as cameos and as bigger and bigger luxury listings. And I think that's why everyone knows who Josh Altman is, or, Aaron at the, Compass, and all those other guys. Like, it's, people are attracted. You're in one of the coolest real estate markets in the country. And I think that what you guys are doing is definitely going to propel you guys into more success. Last couple questions. CRM that you guys use, like, what tech tools are you using right now to really drive your business?
We're using Follow Up Boss. We're not great at it.
Nice.
But
we had Dan on.
He was on the show.
Oh yeah.
Oh, wow.
His emails, his marketing's wonderful. The software is incredible. It's a matter of actually blocking time out and making it work. We've been this time, for the first time in my life, we've been great at getting it into the CRM. I've gotten her more into it, but we're trying to build our team so that we have more time to truly focus on the phone calls rather than the minutia. And then, especially when we're filming for a few days, having somebody actually working real estate while we're filming, because we feel like we're losing traction if we take 3 days off, So Follow Up Boss is wonderful. Absolutely wonderful.
It's awesome. And any new tools, anything you're open to trying, or you've been kind of dabbling in this year?
I haven't really seen anything new that I've been looking into. I know that our next step, I think one of our next investments is a social media manager, somebody to actually help with our engagement. Our content is wonderful. I think we love what we're doing, but we're both not professionals at getting it out there and asking the right questions and getting people to actually respond. So we're working on that. So if anyone out there is looking for a job, we're looking for a good social media manager.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
No, that's good. That's awesome. Well, I appreciate this mix-up round. You guys are doing something unique, and I think that's what you have to be creative in a highly competitive luxury market with tons of agents trying to rise to the top. It's like a Mount Everest of people trying to climb to the top, and I think what you guys are doing is really cool.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, thanks so much, Dan, for taking on that mix-up round. And yeah, I really appreciate like us getting a first in regards to like the mailer, the QR code, some secrets. So if you're not taking any notes out there, you might want to take some notes because they're giving some secrets, and we really appreciate anything that can help and serve this community is our goal, which is awesome. So a couple last questions before we open up the floor to you, and then you can tell the viewers and listeners anything that you want to tell them to close out the show. And so as you grow, and I saw Holly on your, actually have your Instagram behind me, so link below, go ahead and give her a follow. I see you have a couple different areas there you go, got a follower, a couple areas. Are you guys working on being like an expert with the videos and what you're doing in those specific markets? Like are you carving that out? Like what do you vision for your business? Like, what does that look like?
Yeah, I mean, we've always been people that are agents that kind of just service multiple areas for sure. Okay. We never want to like pigeonhole ourselves, but those are areas that we are pretty, have a large expertise in. We know that like the school systems and, everything that goes along in those communities. So we really do try to focus on
the real estate may be big in these areas, but the cities are small.
They are.
Las Virgenes School District is one of the best school districts, and it's in 3 or 4 different cities. So
got it.
We can't we could easily say we're a Calabasas agent. Yeah. Calabasas is like this small.
There's 39 active listings in Calabasas. So there's no way we can just focus.
Yeah.
Wow. It's not like Gilbert, Arizona, where it takes you 15 minutes just to drive to the downtown.
Yeah.
They live in one of the most beautiful areas, like that Hidden Hills area. Like I'm a big follower of Jordan Cohen and all of his stuff. And
friend of ours.
That's great.
Yeah. Great guy.
Oh my gosh. He has beautiful listings.
He's
Westlake. He's big Westlake. There's big Westlake and Calabasas. Yeah.
That's awesome. I love it. I love it. So pretty much the last question for me is basically your secret weapon, which it sounds like we already know what it is. If, going to a formal listing presentation, you're going to sell my house. Like, how do you approach saying like, this is what we're going to do to differentiate? Like, what does that even look like for someone out there that maybe wants to get into video or, say, hey, we're going to storyboard your house. Like, how do you approach it? Like, what does that look like?
Well, it's like you said, we're offering something nobody else is doing, and there may be 2 or 3 agents in California that are truly doing what we're doing, and so we really do stand out. So telling the story about us is really wonderful, and I think that our secret weapon, honestly, is we're lucky to be together and have the reality that we do. That we both are in the same place, where character is like real. We're not. We just want to keep it that way. So we just have fun, and I want every job to be fun. I want every house we sell to be fun. So we try and really put that into the mix,
into the presentation.
And I think it works pretty well so far.
And it's nice to be able to share, like once we leave that appointment, because obviously, we don't bring paper to a listing appointment ever, but like, it's nice to be able to go, back to the office and then send like a nice, pretty email with your CMA and everything, but then like the links to all your social, and to have like, for them to be able to see, hey, this is who you'll be working with if you
on that point, like you guys have years of experience, and sometimes the progression of an agent is they find out their cookie cutter ways, right? And as they get older and older, yes, they have a big bank full of money and they have tons of success, but they're never innovating and trying stuff new. And I think that's like what has molded your guys' success story is you're like, we do all of that we've learned over the years, but this is how we differentiate and position ourselves. So
yeah, I'm sure
that's awesome.
That all the time as well.
All day.
Yeah. it's just sometimes sometimes you're scrolling through the MLS and you see, a new listing in the pictures and you're like, how did they get this listing? And it's like some awful listing and you're like, they're not doing anything to like help these people. It's frustrating.
See our videos.
I'm like an investment property specialist because I am an investor. So you can imagine my frustration level when I like look at rent rolls or I'm like, where's these due diligence documents? Or like, can I have your P&L or Schedule E? And they're like, what are you talking about? And yeah, exactly.
Terrible.
Oh my God. I love it. I think the last thing for me is like, and before opening up the floor for both of y'all, is the quality, the production, the quality. Like it looks like a legit, like, I don't even know. I mean, to be honest with you, you guys could probably be independent and not even need a massive, like, to be honest, like an actual HCTV or whatever else. I think you could set the tone and like go on your own. And like Macklemore and Ryan Lewis, they said, we don't need no one. We're going to do our own thing. And they were like one of the biggest artists out there. So I would say kudos to you. Keep doing your thing. Don't sell yourself short. Let 10 people knock on your door before you say, because I don't know, I'm sold. So I'm gonna let the floor be open to you. What do you want the viewers and listeners to know? Of course, they can follow you. All the links are down below, but the floor is open. Go ahead and take it away. And what do you want our viewers and listeners to take from the end of the episode?
Well, I just think that, I come from a place, like we said, a year ago, I didn't want to do this. We coached with Tom Ferry, one of the best coaches in the world. And his thing is do video, do video, do video. Of all his clients, they all say they're going to do it. Ends up that 10 may be successful at it. But there's a lot of people trying. Keep trying, keep doing it. You got to find that niche, find yourself in what you're doing, and don't try and fake it. The infomercial was me faking the game show thing, but just be real and get out there and enjoy it. Because if you're not enjoying it, it shows.
Yeah, definitely. And I think my biggest, I'm sure you guys know who Tyler Whitman is, but he was my inspiration. But I don't have his flair and I don't have his style, obviously. So I struggled for a little bit, just for like viewers that are trying to figure out how to do video. I struggled for a little bit on how to like come across as fun and energetic and stuff. And then I finally realized you just got to be yourself. And the great thing about like people like Matt, people like us, people like you guys is you're you, and then your tribe is created around that. And those are the people that you work with. And as you know, being in real estate for quite a while, at some point you get to kind of decide who you get to work with. Because sometimes you just don't mesh with certain clientele, and that's okay. So I think just being you and being authentic is the biggest thing. And I started my video career in my car.
Same here.
Right. And that, I don't know why, for me, I felt like that was just the easiest place. I was by myself. I could mess up and I could read video, whatever. And I was also driving. So at the same time, I wasn't so hyper focused on it that it was messing me up. So that was where I just gave updates, and it just went from there. And I just got really comfortable with that at first. And then all of a sudden now we're doing films. So,
wow.
So it's been fun, and it's just a fun, thing to do, and a great thing to offer your clients. And I think that, again, sets you apart from other people. And I think people appreciate it.
Wow. It's like the cold call of 2021, right? It's the video. You can really just like shoot a video and send it to a client, and then they're like, oh, it's like they reconnected with you, versus like trying to catch them on the phone and they're, in between an appointments. And so I love it, guys. It's awesome.
Yeah, I love it. And that's, we had a scheduled appointment. This is our second, showing appointment, and Holly didn't know really us or real estate for a second or anything. So I did a video, and I just filmed a video and sent her a personal video so she could actually see who I am personally, and kind of add in that personal touch. But man, Chris and Holly, thank you so much for being on the show. This was amazing. I'm really excited to air the show and just give additional value to everyone that's going to, view, listen, hear this. Got a couple clips from behind the scenes. So thank you both yet again.
Thank you, guys.
Of course. Dan, thanks so much for co-hosting.
Yeah, it's been a fun episode. Best of success, guys. Let's keep in touch.
Yeah,
definitely. We'll follow you back.
And thanks to all of our viewers and listeners, as it is our intention for you to take some from our episodes to have more massive success, and we will see you on the next one. It made it to the end. Well, thank you so much for watching Real Estate vs. Technology. We hope you found value, especially something you can apply to your real estate business. If you could do us a favor, we would appreciate it. A thumbs up. If you subscribe, hit the notification bell, you'll be notified for new episodes coming out, and comment below. What the heck did you learn? If you want to join our Facebook group page, there's a link right here. And if you want to be featured on Real Estate vs. Technology, send us a DM on our Instagram page. We'll see if we get you on the show. So, take care, thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.